I'm enjoying my morning coffee and I'm enjoying a new garden. This is on hosta garden. I was going to say new hosta garden. It is a new hosta garden. Beautiful hydrangea starting to bloom. And I get a view of the lake and get to listen to the birds. Oh, and there's Lola.
Morning coffee.
Morning coffee. Let's go over here. We're touring my daughter's garden. She has another hydrangea. It's getting ready to bloom. Maybe you can...
Swamp milkweed.
Milkweed.
It's a white one.
And that attracts butterflies?
Monarch.
Oh, monarch butterflies. Okay. Oh, this is a rose bush. This is the forever rose or something?
It's a knockout rose.
Knockout
right
rose.
Here,
I can never remember that. Oh, what's that?
Right there. That's a toad lily. That's a baby one. That's why it's so small. But my bigger ones, if you will go to the left, you'll see the full-size ones. But they'll still bloom as babies as well.
Now, what is this?
That is parsley. It attracts the swallowtail butterflies.
Oh my goodness! So if you let parsley go, it grows tall and flowers.
Yep. And then this is the yellow one, Black-Eyed Susan.
Black-Eyed Susan. I know. I'm testing her knowledge because
It's the morning and I haven't had my coffee yet.
Oh, look at the size of these snapdragons.
People are saying that these are bigger than they've usually seen. So, and these actually turn themselves into perennials. They came back from last year. I've done absolutely nothing except for I buried the main plant in shredded leaves to help protect them and give them a chance. And I left the old growth on.
And these white ones, these little, it's kind of spindly.
I call them mystery weeds, but I love them how they kind of fill in any of the open spots.
This planted itself?
This planted itself. It's a weed. It's probably the one weed I will never pull because it just pops in a little white all over.
Oh.
And I actually really like it.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Oh, so we have the dark maroon snapdragon, but then we have the bright yellow snapdragon. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty.
And like I mentioned
and then
before,
you have white ones
yep,
too.
White ones.
White ones
and then
too.
The tall grassy thing, that's the full-size toad lily, and that'll shoot out another maybe two foot tall little lily that looks like an orange toad.
So what's unusual about it is it has the same looking leaf as an iris,
yes,
but yet it's not an iris.
But even the flowers last longer and they produce more flowers.
I see.
So that's why I've fallen in love with the toad lilies, and they're great as a background if you want something tall to sit in the back of your garden and then shoot out these beautiful orange flowers, similar to a tiger lily, but a lot more detail in the flower itself. But they're about the size of a silver dollar, maybe a little bit bigger.
And these tomatoes look kind of young. Did you put them there?
Nope, planted themselves. I have no idea what they are. I have not touched or moved them yet, but I figured let them have some fun.
And I see some alyssums down there.
Those planted themselves from last year. You can turn your alyssums into perennials because they'll seed themselves again. And all you have to do is just do not move the plant over winter. If you want to, you can break the plant up and kind of spread it all over your garden to allow the seeds to, scatter.
I need to get some alyssums for my yard. I like the white. I don't have very many. I did get some white vincas this year for my yard.
If you put them in a high sun area, make sure they are heavily watered all the time. They're just too small to retain water.
Yeah,
and when they dry out, they're basically done.
Yeah, so I think I would try to put them in a shady area because they tend to be okay?
No, they prefer full sun, but they need a lot of water.
Oh, just need a lot
Just
of
not
water.
sitting
Okay.
water.
Oh my goodness, now we have pink and yellow snapdragons. I love the colors. Oh, and what's this orange one down here?
I'm gonna choke on the name right now. I want to say like catamintha or so.
You know what? You told me what it was like earlier this morning, but
I
isn't
know.
that funny? We have brain cramps when we're actually...
No, this one's a tongue twister, and I always get it. But that one planted itself too. What's great about that one is it'll produce throughout the summer. So obviously there's this big plant here, and then as the flowers go to seed, all I did was sprinkle them around, and then more came up throughout the summer.
Oh, that's awesome. Man, I love perennial gardens. All right, so then this looks like another pink snapdragon.
A pink and a white.
And then we have the dead item here.
It's a sedum. It's the dark moon.
Oh,
sedum.
okay. So this is the dead parts that can be
I can
taken
remove
away,
them now.
and this is the sedum itself.
Sometimes I don't cut it all the way because I want to give it a little bit of structural support for the plant itself in case any bad weather happens. It just gives it that little bit of backbone. And then to your left,
Wait a sec. Hold on. Back to the sedum. So what I do this too sometimes, where I leave like dead pieces in my garden. One, so I know what's there, and that I don't accidentally dig it up to put another plant there. This is kind of like my marker of, hey, there's already a plant here, and it's a perennial, and it might take a while for it to come up. So I get it, leaving the dead parts. I don't pull everything out or cut it down to the ground in the fall.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so now back to this.
That is my hibiscus. That will shoot out about plate size, beautiful pink flowers with a slight yellow center, and that will come out to mid to the end of the summer.
Okay. Can we go up this way?
Yeah.
Let's go up to the next garden. So she's got them going up the hill here.
This hill is impossible to mow or take care of, so I just started planting a garden, a perennial garden, and I'm going to slowly expand it. As I find a plant, I'll cut out more of the lawn and add to it.
So this looks like a
Take a guess.
lilac?
Yep.
Yeah.
That is a purple lilac. And if you go up further, there's another one. What's that one? I'm going to start quizzing you now. What's that one?
Oh, that looks like echinacea.
Nope.
What is that?
Coneflower.
Coneflower is echinacea. Coneflower is echinacea. Then we got a hydrangea. I see hydrangea.
Yeah, hydrangea. And then that iris is going to be a mystery. That is the biggest iris I've ever seen. I got it from a friend. The fan and the leaves, I've never seen something get so large before. Now, obviously, it's in shock from planting it, but I'm doing an experiment. I've just put a little bit of soil. I put a good amount of soil up below it for the roots, and then I'm just covering the top a little bit with soil because they actually like their bulb or the tuber exposed a little bit.
Right.
And
that's right.
instead of bury it too deep, it will not bloom.
Right, it won't bloom.
Yep. And then I'll have to cut the leaves right now to help give it a better chance.
And then
that is my rose that bloomed pink and yellow, but now it's looking a little rough. I think I might have to give it a little bit of feed, especially coffee grounds, which we're drinking right now. So.
Yeah, get some coffee grounds on there, and just deadhead it, I would think, right? Deadhead it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, easy deadhead,
Okay.
and then it should start blooming again.
So
That's
this-
a little knockout rose.
So this, I'm gonna guess, is indigo.
Yes. What
Indigo?
color?
Purple, right? Or
Yep.
blue, or whatever
Purple,
color.
blue. Yep.
Yeah. And then
What's its Latin name called?
I have no idea.
Baptisia.
Baptisia. And then is that another lilac?
Yes, and that
Okay.
is my white one.
A white one. This looks like a white daisy. Is this a Shasta daisy?
Shasta.
Yes, getting ready to bloom.
Yep.
Another Baptisia.
Baptisia. What's that one?
This is a coneflower or
Yes.
echinacea.
Yes.
And what's this?
Swamp milkweed. That's the orange one.
Swamp? Milkweed. Why does it have to be swamp? I don't like the name.
I guess maybe because they started in wetlands. I really don't know why they got that name, but or I guess if you snap so if you ever Be careful with swamp milkweeds. There's a reason the monarchs eat them. If you snap any of the stems or leaves, there is a white goo that will come out. That goo is poisonous to humans, and if you touch it to your eye, even worse, you could really damage your eyes. So be careful handling them. Always wash your hands after. But it's the defense for the monarch to protect themselves from predators. They eat that poison, which they're perfectly fine. But if any birds or anything else eats them, they can get poisoned really bad, sick, and possibly die.
Wow, I had no idea. The white and green striped irises, are they purple flowers, right?
They do shoot out light purple flowers.
Yeah, because I have two. They haven't bloomed yet because I think this is only the second year I've had them. Second season, I should say, that I've had them grow in my yard.
These are the one irises. I don't care if they bloom or not. I just love the white in their fans or their leaves.
Yeah,
because it just makes the garden pop, and that's why I have them.
Yeah, and then this is another toad flower, or looks like a toad.
That's a daylily.
That's a daylily?
Yep, daylily.
Oh, then I might have, because that looks like the ones I have, which I thought were toad lilies.
I gave you some toad lily. You have both.
Yeah,
I've seen them.
Okay, and what is this bush?
That is a bloomerang. It is a lilac that will bloom 1 to 2 times, and if you can get a bonus bloom if you have a good season. Right now, what I see is a lot of growth, but I don't see the little heads coming out, so I'm kind of wondering if it'll do a second bloom. The only catch to these are, if you want that strong lilac perfumey smell in the air, they are probably one of the weakest, but you could still snip off the flowers and rub it in your hands or anything like that and enjoy the smell.
Mm-hmm. And there's another plant right in there, dude.
What's that?
I don't know.
Coneflower.
Oh, it is a coneflower. I wasn't sure.
I have different colored coneflowers. So
do you know what color that one is? Do you know?
You know what? I need to get those little labels and start labeling.
Oh, so it's always a surprise. I like that. I like having surprises in my garden. Now, is that a weed?
That is a weed, but it's pretty with the purple in
it. We will keep pretty weeds in the garden if they look good.
The best labels I've seen for a garden is, don't get the plastic ones. There's the aluminum or metal ones, stainless steel ones, that you write on with a Sharpie, and those last the longest in your garden.
Oh, that's good.
So I would recommend those.
And what is this down here?
Mini baby daylilies.
Oh, baby daylilies.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
if they don't bloom, I'll see. I'm giving them a chance right now.
All right, so that is the end of the tour. We're enjoying our coffee. Here we go.
I was just in Florida, so I had to show off my Florida mug. I do collect these mugs, and now they stopped making them, so I'm kind of disappointed. They have a new series coming out, but they are not as enjoyable as the Been There series.
Been There series, yep. I'm always on the lookout for Starbucks mugs. That was the end of her side garden tour, but don't leave the video just yet. There's more to come. Here's a bucket of chicks and hens that I brought for my daughter, where she's making shadow animals. Where in the garden do you think you want them?
So they're going to go at the edge of my garden and fill in any spot that my perennials are not. That way I can use less mulch and have less weeds.
Why don't you take the bucket now? Where are we going?
Turn around. So see this spot over here?
Oh, like there?
This, I'm going to fill in some right here. And then we're going to come this way.
Ooh, 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 I can't keep up. Are you going to put any out front, or are you just going to put some in the back?
Yes.
Well, you can let them multiply.
Yes,
and
I'm going to put one in each location and let them multiply. This is kind of a dead spot, filling in there. And then out front.
So you have other ground covers here.
Yes.
Now, what's this one?
Ground cover sedum.
Ground cover sedum. And these two over here?
That is spicy oregano. That's regular oregano.
Spicy oregano. And oh, I have regular oregano. I might have to get some spicy kind. All right, where else are we going?
This is all for hostas. I'm not going to put any here. And there's probably not enough sun for them. None over here. Not enough sun. And then if you go up this way, all this area does not get enough sun. This is all spring sun and then summer shade.
And
But this
all
is my
hostas.
that's my hosta farm. I've been propagating those.
Hosta farm. Ooh, what's this one?
That is a Michigan native. I can't think of the name of it, but if you look down here, it propagates itself. But I'm not worried. If it gets in the lawn, all you do is mow it. You'll never notice it.
Oh my
But
goodness.
it's a fantastic filler, and this has gotten twice its size from last year.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, another knockout rose?
It's not a knockout rose. It's just a rose. This is probably at the end of its bloom now.
It's pretty though.
All of you peonies fans, well, there's my peonies.
Oh, already bloomed.
Yep.
Man, I love peonies. I don't have any of those in my garden.
As much as I love them, I'd rather go to a location and look at them versus have them because they're so short-lived. Unless I'm making bouquets, it's not. For me, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
As much as I love them.
Oh,
Now see all those dead spaces over there?
Oh
in
yeah.
here?
Oh, that would be perfect
So
for it.
fill in right around the rock. They love rocks, so fill in right around the rocks. You can see my ground cover sedums. I've already been filling in over there, over here, and these struggle the most. They have to stay in a concentrated area. If you want them to spread out and take over, they don't. So that's why keep them in big bunches. Don't move them or try and propagate or split them.
And what is this one here? It's
Again-
got a yellow flower coming up.
Again, more ground cover sedum.
Oh, different
And then
color.
over here, I split that and planted some more. Now, I should remove most of that mulch from there and just put good soil on top. They propagate best if you plant them in the ground, spread them out, and then put soil on top of them. That way the roots go to the soil, and then they propagate a lot faster.
So they spread in and fill in the area really fast. And then
versus
real quick, what is this yellow flower?
those are primroses.
Primroses. Oh my goodness.
They are pollinators. Plant your primroses.
So
If you don't like them, just pull them, but please don't pull them because they're fantastic.
so there's a sedum
There's
down
a
at the
sedum
bottom, and
stuck
then
in it. But
but it's coming up between the.
these won't hurt anything.
Right.
He'll push himself out, as
Yeah.
it grows. But this only gets half sun. This should be a lot taller by now. You saw my sedum earlier, which was twice the size. The less sun, the smaller they are. But if you want a ground cover sedum, big, fat, controlled like that, then put it in a shady area and it just stays a lot lower.
Okay. So, speaking of primrose, on my other channel, Left Lane Finds, I am going to be going down to Nebraska to visit Primrose Collectibles. I have to get that in here, being that this is a primrose flower, and I don't think I've ever actually seen a primrose flower before. So these are super pretty. When my son-in-law wakes up from a long nap,
I feel like I slept forever.
this is where my daughter planted the chicks and hens. One right there, one right here, and this one, something dug up already. That's got to be down in like that. I don't know what's happening. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.